A stunning and sudden end to Alec Baldwin's criminal trial today. A New Mexico judge dismissed his case with prejudice, meaning the charges cannot be refiled. He was on trial, as you know, for that deadly shooting on set of that movie Rust.
The judge ruled that the prosecution and law enforcement failed to turn over bullet evidence to the defense before the trial. That evidence in question is from right here in Arizona. True crime correspondent Briana Whitney joining us live now to kind of go into the depths of what happened. Did not expect to see that play out today.
I don't think that I have ever seen something like this happen when I'm watching a trial. I mean, what happened in the courtroom today was extremely unusual and dramatic. You had the defense claiming misconduct, the judge examining bullet evidence with gloves, the prosecutor calling herself to the stand, her co-counsel resigning, and a case dismissal. So much going on. It all began, though, when the defense said bullets from Arizona weren't given to them before trial in discovery. Watch how this all played out.
Your motion to dismiss with prejudice is granted.
Tears and hugs from famed actor Alec Baldwin and his family after the judge dismissed his case mid-trial. The reason? A Brady violation, the prosecution withholding evidence.
I've really been shocked at the sloppiness of the prosecution in this case. There is no do-over. It's done.
Russ Richelsoph is an Arizona criminal defense attorney unaffiliated with the Baldwin case, but he's been following along with the trial that began this week. Baldwin was facing involuntary manslaughter for the death of Rust movie cinematographer Halyna Hutchins. Baldwin was holding the prop gun rehearsing a scene when the gun went off with a live bullet, killing Hutchins. The movie's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, was convicted of this same charge earlier this year. She's from Arizona. Her dad is a veteran armorer in the film industry. The issue came up today after the court learned a friend of Gutierrez-Reed's dad, who's a retired Arizona police officer, brought shell casings and bullets to the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office several months ago that he said were potential evidence in the fatal Rust shooting. The prosecution deemed the ammo unrelated, but that evidence was never given to the defense at all.
There is no reason to believe that the evidence that we discussed in court today was related to the set of Rust. It never left the state of Arizona. I understand that the court disagrees with me, and I respect the court's decision.
Richelsoph says to that,
prosecutors don't determine relevance, courts determine relevance.
Prosecutor Carrie Morrissey actually called herself to the stand to testify about the issue, showing pictures.
The prosecutor claims that she never actually viewed the bullets themselves, that she just viewed photos of the bullets.
Richelsoph says those excuses didn't work. The judge putting on blue gloves to inspect the bullets in question herself, ultimately siding with the defense that they should have been privy to this evidence before trial.
I'm surprised at how this outcome came about. I'm not surprised that Mr. Baldwin walked away from this, without a conviction.
Okay, so as far as what happens next, Richelsoph says that that prosecutor could face discipline from the state bar. So we'll see. There could be more that comes from this.
We need a roundtable. I got so many questions.
I know. Nobody expected this to happen.
No.
And the defense will go through and file motions as a trial happens. That is typical, but it was this motion that stuck, saying, hey, we believe the prosecution has engaged in misconduct because we were not given this evidence beforehand. And whether you thought that was related or not, that's a clear violation of what you have to do during discovery.
Yeah, sure.
I know a lot of people were watching to see if Gutierrez-Reed, she was expected to take the stand today. I know that there was word, even if she took the stand, that she was going to plead the fifth. Did that even happen?
No.
Was there even room for that today?
No, so it got delayed. So she was expected to take the stand today, and that the notion was she's going to plead the fifth the entire time. Remember, she's serving an 18-month sentence for her conviction, and so that was supposed to happen today. That was going to be delayed. The last thing we had heard was, that would probably happen next week, and then all this blew up.
Well, they're wrapping us, but I have to ask this. What does that mean for her conviction if the case is thrown out? Does that mean anything?
No.
Okay, my other question is, what about the family of the victim. I mean, this is horrifying.
So some people asked the prosecutor outside the courthouse today, do you feel that you let Halyna Hutchins' family down? She said, no, I feel we did everything we could in the case to bring justice for Halyna. So I don't know. It would be nice to hear from the Hutchins family now. They spoke in victim impact statements during Gutierrez-Reed's sentencing. She's obviously being held accountable and responsible for this, but we don't know at this point how they feel about Alec Baldwin's case being dismissed. And it is different than a mistrial because this won't be tried again.
Done deal. All right, Briana, thank you.
Thank you.